So, what happened last session, Zaz?
Sure, Ross can't tell you. Or Shadow.
Might be a bit difficult.
Alright, so what happened last session? Well, first of all, Patrick was informed that Casper has definitely imposed on his hospitality by putting his weird fucking goats in the basement of his fucking business that had to be shut down. That's how he makes his money, and it's not like he needs to fund a fucking war right now or anything. So Casper and his little fucking projects are being relocated somewhere else. So it turns out, we'll find out later, they might be redirected into the fucking grave. After that, Patrick needed to, more or less, he got in contact with one of his with an old familiar contact and arranged to get enough shotguns and dragon's breath to essentially arm about, I think you said like 3 dozen men.
Yep.
That will take time to get here, but that is being gathered around. After that, Anastasio was trying to figure out some method to tell Patrick about everything that happened without fucking Moloch finding out about it. To which Kupala came in, beat the shit out of the gangrel he was staying with. Basically said, "Hey, listen, I can help you with that. I just need to take out his blood, and I can put more blood in." Anastasia said, "It can't be human blood; it has to be animal blood." Unfortunately, Kupala or June is still incredibly upset, still fucking mad, and decided, werewolves are animals, right? So she killed Katrina. She said that, I just found her wandering around, as it later turned out, when Patrick got a call back from Robert. No, weird group of hunters who were apparently working with, attacked men infused with spirits. Probably the same people, by the way, Deacon told him about that were that were working with lupines. Weird thing that. After that, though, Maria had to be relocated because it was the facility she was at was the one that got attacked. But hey, when Jane and Maria stopped in, guess who was with them? Kupala, carrying Katrina's fucking corpse, severed head as well. Jane left with Katrina's body. Maria was sent away into another room, where Kupala basically asked, I really need to know where Christian's little hideout was that I have a pretty good idea you went to. Patrick was able to lie. Unfortunately, he did get a messy crit, which meant that he did reveal it was in the river, which means she knows the very broad sense of where to look at. Still gonna take time.
It's
Still successfully lied to her.
It's a river that spans the entire city and has like a bunch of lakes in it. Yeah, large area.
But yeah, after that, the spirit expert came in to help. Vlad Dracula. He got to talk to Anastasia for a bit because Patrick went to go comfort Maria. Inform her that she needs to contact her brother and they need to make arrangements because he didn't tell her what Kupala was, only that Kupala was very strong, very dangerous, and wasn't something like him. Did that, while we had a conversation with Dracula, he basically did tell us, he basically did tell us listen, you need to get the Camarilla out of here. The Moloch is using them. Moloch and Kupal are using them as a means to infiltrate the city. You need to get them out of here. And we have a little revelation that Kupala got these weird hunters, by the way, because they were directed to her by Casper, to which Dracula did basically say, yeah, just kill him. Just kill him. To which Patrick's like, I think I might just exile him, actually. Oh yeah, and it was mentioned that Jennifer, Kupala does have Jennifer, though I don't know if that was something that she was truthful with, or if that was just an attempt to get Patrick to just cooperate.
It doesn't. I don't think it was proven. Like, I don't think she just said she has her.
Yeah, she never actually produced proof of it. She just said that she did.
Yeah, not the most reliable sort. But yeah, no. All in all, could be worse, I guess.
If you can't trust a demon, who can you trust?
It's true.
Not some of my old coterie mates, apparently.
So yeah,
We're hardly a coterie.
Yeah, we really run a coterie for ages.
as this was happening, what were the two of you doing, Nicholas and Casper? You have about like a day or two to pursue your own interests.
When the cup of Anastasio's blood was consumed by fire while I was studying it, was there any residue?
No. That was a clear message of like, don't fuck with my blood, otherwise I won't just like...
It burned the cup clean.
Yeah.
Um,
Like it even scorched the metal, like it was insanely hot. Clearly not a normal natural fire.
I would have sent a précis of my findings to both the Archon and to Regent Ashling. And I'm also going to try to track down 2 copies of 2 fairly rare books on demonology. Or the Bali.
I think intelligence occult applies.
Okay.
Or you could even use academics if you want for the books. Yeah, you can use intelligence academics. Don't you have like what specialty?
Yeah. Nothing particularly applicable.
I think ancient texts is applicable. You can use that.
Oh. Intelligence academics. Ancient texts.
It's not gonna be an easy thing, never mind. Yeah. Well, listen. Books on the Bali are... it's not the rarity. It's the date that they were written. Because the Bali haven't been relevant in some centuries. Ever since Carthage, nobody really gave that much of a shit. They kind of died out or were mostly wiped out and hunted into oblivion. So, like the latest thing you can find, and luckily, apparently, you do have several language-based. You can probably read Latin. A couple of texts that are a few centuries old. And well, they will be shipped off to you. Probably gonna take a bit, maybe a day or two. Luckily, you do not use the Romanian post office because then you would have to wait like 6 months. But other than some information on the Bali, what was the other thing? Send your like reports of the blood analysis, whatever you could. The Tremere and the Archon. Okay.
And I do leave Anastasio's name and clan out of it.
Yeah, let me just make some notes. As you wait, and eventually the books will arrive. And yeah, they contain the most recent hand-copied reports of the conflict around Carthage and potential Bali and the Lubri maybe even influences, as well as a lot of the propaganda trying to separate the lies and the politics from the actual truth. So, what sort of interest do you have in those books? What sort of information you're trying to find out?
Looking for weak points on
Moloch specifically?
Moloch specifically, and perhaps psychological weaknesses.
Yeah. So,
I also wanted.
Go ahead.
So, there was a bit of a misunderstanding toward Ivona. I didn't really want her chantry hit. When I said that I wanted her and Rosa safe, I thought that I'd prefer she not be killed meant don't move against them. So they're also a down payment on an apology.
Gonna say no, the chantry was gonna get hit regardless of your wishes. They just asked,
Fair
hey,
enough.
what do you want with the people inside? Because the
Well,
chantry was like an important power pillar in the city that they wanted to take out.
So these books are. I'm reading over these books, and then I'm going to provide the originals to Ivona.
Well, for now, apparently, they are out of reach.
Yes, that's going to involve a next stop.
But on Moloch specifically, it does say it apparently one of the key points was that he did have a lover, and they were pretty much unbreakable, unsplittable. What's the proper wording?
Inseparable.
Inseparable. Thank you. They were quite inseparable, and
I was going to guess horrible, but that works too.
And apparently, wherever Moloch was, his lover was not really far behind. And one of the ways that they tried to deal with him was basically play against their feelings for one another, into goading them to make mistakes and stuff like that. Because they can apparently, both him and his lover Troil, another powerful antediluvian, quite hot-headed, not the most tactically minded individuals, and that's how this, like, the rumors go that the war was won. They basically goaded them into making several mistakes. So
I was going to say, you know what this city needs? 2 antediluvians.
I will say, unfortunately, from what you're reading, if he is here, yeah, she's not that far behind. Unfortunately, as dreadful as that may sound. But he is also seemingly not the. Let me actually. psych profile, so I'm. While he is like a force to be reckoned with, no Oblivion powers. One of the distinct, apparently, the lack of Oblivion that did seem to kind of stand out, as he is viewed as one of the most powerful sorcerers to ever live. And the fact that he couldn't use any Oblivion was always something that struck them odd, which is why apparently the La Sombra fucked him up really good in that conflict. And, well, unfortunately for him, while a lot of the antediluvians are known for their impressive resilience, power, and just raw ability to resist pretty much anything, he is not on the same par as them, as apparently at that time there are reports of certain Methuselahs that managed to engage with him up close and they survived. Claiming they won, but that's debatable, but at the very least they survived, so that should tell you something. And, well, the older and more powerful the vampire is, the deadlier the Bane becomes. And by God, does Clan Bali have the shittiest Bane of them all. You're pretty sure if Moloch sees any sort of religious iconography, he is not gonna have a nice day.
Is there any reference to Mary the Black in any of this?
I do not know who that is. Let me check the wiki.
She was originally Mikhail's lover, and then Mikhail abandoned her, and she died. And someone made a deal with a demon to bring her back from the dead, but instead of bringing her back from the dead, the demon just grabbed another demon and stuck it into a random vampire body he had lying around. And Mary the Black is the one who killed Mikhail. Or Michael, by that point.
Shit. Any particular reason why you would be interested in this?
I want a very good reason not to make deals, that people know not to make deals with demons.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Demons... demons is the colloquial term for worm-based spirits. And as you're reading these books, it does seem that what the ancients referred to as demons tend to be rather fickle in their deals and clearly not trustworthy. They seem, of course, it depends on the individual, but it seems that at the very least the more powerful ones do have a tendency to lean towards destruction and chaos rather than order and stability, which makes them very poor business partners.
And it also seems theoretically valuable that I have a book about that I have knowledge about Mikhail, because I'm dealing with someone who kind of worships him.
Are you though? This is lore I haven't written, so.
Well, I was just thinking Jen is a member of his cult.
True, it's true actually. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, Jen. We still do have to deal with Jen at some point,
I was
but
gonna say
I don't know. That seems kind of minor compared to everything.
Always good to cover your bases.
I will say that the what you have on him is basically so conflicting. You're not really sure at this point what is true. There are certainly like
Oh.
anything that old. And apparently that, listen, unlike demons and the Bali, the Toreadors didn't seem like that much of an important subject by comparison to the Tremere historians at the time. So the information on him is much more less curated. So I'm not sure if you're interested in something particular about him, or is it just general information?
Just general information.
Yeah, well, apparently he had a reputation of being, well, as much as any Methuselah can be kind-hearted, I suppose. And some of the more ardent critics of the Nephilim tend to say that the cultists have taken his passion and care for the world and basically twisted it to make it cover more areas. It's a sort of ongoing debate if Mikhail would have been like cool with you being, hey, I see true beauty in this absolute act of sadism. So, but there are some of the supporters that say, hey, he would have never judged anyone for their tastes. It's a very convoluted and contradictory web of information. If at any point you feel like you want to tap into that knowledge, you can just ask me then, and I will try and fill in the gaps.
Okay.
Hello, Hate.
Hello, Grunt. Hello, guys.
Hello.
To catch you up on what you missed, Hitter is nothing. Nicholas is gathering information on the Bali and on some stuff related to Mikhail, and he's making a gift basket with a little card that says "Sorry for burning your chantry to the ground."
Basically, yes.
It doesn't just in fact say "Oopsies, my bee." Here's a gift card to Arby's for $3.
He's already used £2.50 off it though.
Yeah. Here's a $20 gift card. I used 15 of it though.
So,
If it's a gift card to Arby's, none of us are going to use it anyway. They won't mind.
I could. I don't need to.
Yeah, but I haven't burned down your chantry.
no,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'll buy you. I'll buy you a gift card when I burn down your house, Casper.
You're so
listen,
kind.
Casper owns a farm, so you have a lot of things to burn. Speaking of which, what has Casper been up to these last couple days?
Healing off the fucking gunshot from Anastasia.
Let's see how wounded.
It was free super.
You can just heal that. It's fine. It's not ag damage.
You're lucky I
and
was being nice to you.
you weren't just gonna like kill me though.
Listen, I was pretty sure you could survive one Dragon's Breath shotgun round.
Yeah, I could, but
Depends how well you shoot.
yeah.
10
He's a tough guy.
successes.
If it was like you went like got full crits, then yeah, I probably would. But-
Yeah.
and I would be training the Rams.
Well, a day in, as you're training them in the basement, Dan will actually come down and be like, "Hey, Casper, do you have a moment to talk?"
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we need to. They can't stay here. I'm sorry. Like,
Oh,
they make a
are
lot
they
of
annoying
noise.
you?
Make a lot of noise during the day. The smell is unbearable. I had to shut down this place during the day.
Is it going upstairs?
He like looks at you and is like, "Yeah, no, it's. Don't you like feel this?" Listen, I talked to Patrick, and I have a nice little farm set up north. We can just take them there, and you can So there'll be more space. And I can just open this place back up after I clean it.
Oh,
Oh god. I think that one's shitting again.
naughty Bob. Bob, stop it.
He'll just look at you mid shit. Starts walking away.
Yeah.
The shit will kind of like leave a small trail from Anastasia's room into the hallway.
I mean, that's Anastasio's room, right? Do we really care about Anastasio's room?
And she says, I do care about the smell though, so listen, I have a van. It'll be here in like 15 minutes. We'll load them in and I'll show you the new place. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. Do you want me to buy like a can of Febreze or something for this place?
Don't worry, we'll handle it. Just get the animals out of here.
Just get the fuck out.
No, that sounds good. Is it a nice farm or?
Listen, I'm sure it'll make it homely for them.
Oh, no, that's good.
As
How did you get your farm then?
we bought it from a local, or more rather rented it.
Got to pay rent. We'll figure that out.
No, listen, we have the costs covered. Don't worry. At least like 6 months, you can stay there for free.
6 months. Got it.
Went so quiet for me, Shadow.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Let me pull the mic closer.
As yeah, about 15 minutes later, you go up with the Rams. As there's like a large truck that came in. You can like load them in and get in with Dan. As yeah, you start driving. As he'll take you outside the city. About half an hour later, you start unloading. It's a nice place. Has like a nice patch of land. There's like a barn. There's a house. As Dan kind of like shows you the facilities. It's big enough that you could probably fit more things. But listen, welcome to your new home. As Dan points out,
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Listen, there's we've outfitted the basement with a added door, so you can even sleep here if you want.
Oh, that'd be nice. Sleep closer to nature, like my kindred, rest of my clan.
Well, at the very least, nobody should bother you. We have 2 people on staff that work for us, so they will not ask any questions. They'll take care of the place during the day and then leave after sundown. So you'll have all the place to yourself.
Oh. And it's not even my birthday.
It's fine. The least we can do to help you out, right?
Yeah, you do kind of owe me.
Well, I do have other things to take care of. So if you need anything, have my phone number. Take care and you'll
Have a good night, Dan.
get in the van and just drive off. Well, it's definitely a nice place.
Yeah, I'll take a look around, see what's here.
Why don't you give me a wits awareness or wits investigation? Sure, nothing wrong will happen.
I'm sure as well.
You go around the place, you check it out, yeah? Much more spacious. The Rams do seem to appreciate the room they have now and the grass, and the barn is outfitted with a lot of the amenities you would need to take care of such animals. They left you some
I
spare
will-
cash as well to buy any more additional supplies.
Nice. I will deploy the unliving hive of wasps to keep eye. And they are my
Why don't you roll
my
me?
bonded familiars.
Yeah, why don't you roll me manipulation animal? Yeah, as they kind of like start forming a perimeter around the area, they'll let you know if there's anything of note, which I'm sure
That's
there
good.
will never be.
Oh, obviously. Completely normal place.
Other than that, I assume you spend some time settling in.
Yeah.
At some
This is
point,
the GCU. Nothing bad ever happens to our houses.
well, honestly, I feel like he deserves this one though.
I deserve a lot.
As like at an undefined point in the future after this, you do have a couple of your wasps that turn rather alarmed as they ramble about black metal boxes that move. Apparently, the black metal boxes are fighting the large wolves. Kinda close to this place.
Black mailboxes?
Yeah.
Can I roll to see what they're on about?
Probably vans, cars, some sort of vehicle.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. I'll give Patrick a ring.
Well, as you kind of like try and give him a phone call, your phone just like short circuits in your own hand. There's like a moment where you realize it's about to catch fire. Unless you want to roll me a frenzy roll, you like fling it away.
Yeah, I'll fling it away. Yeah.
As you see the battery itself start to combust. You hear someone just go like, well, I didn't imagine I would see you so soon.
Who is it?
It's your nice friend from the park, of course. June.
Oh, hey, June.
Yeah. Imagine finding you here. It seems I stumble into a lot of places.
It appears you do. What are you doing in this one?
Well, I'm waiting for the dogs to start running around a bit. You know, those menus sent my way, really much more useful than I thought.
You ended up using them?
Well, I'm using them right now. You know, people get quite talkative once you start peeling off fingers.
Fair enough. They're not nice people.
No, they're not. But I've worked with their kind before. I know how to motivate them. And unlike some of the more devoted followers, they don't seem to benefit from any supernatural protection, which makes messing with their heads so much more fun. Now, you wouldn't want to ruin my fun right now, right? You know, by calling anyone, making any sort of sending any sort of warning messages, right?
Who are you going after in the wolves?
I don't really care. I just need like a body so I can drain it of blood. Ah, probably take like a meteor one. The kid is a bit scrawny for my liking.
Fair enough then.
I'll give her like a couple of years to grow.
Leave the kid and... I mean, my phone's already gone, so...
I'm gonna wait here. Are you gonna kick me out though?
Yeah, no, you can stay.
See, this
You
is
haven't
why I like.
actually done anything to me yet. You've killed a cab driver, but...
Yeah, but do you really care about that one?
Not really.
I could bring him back from the dead if that's what you want, but people seem to be quite hesitant when I make this offer.
Let's hold off on it for now.
Gonna just pull out like a piece of paper, a couple of pens. Just gonna say like, I wanna play tic-tac-toe with me?
No tricks?
No?
Is she telling the truth with that?
Give me a wit's insight.
Oh, there's insight.
She seems harmless enough at the moment. Seems in a good mood.
Oh, I'll play tic-tac-toe.
Starts drawing up the square. And in fact, yes, you are just gonna play that with her for about half an hour before she's gonna
3 days.
stand up and be like, "Oh, I think it's time for me to capture my quarry." Always such fun company, Casper.
Had a pretty good time.
As you can like hear like this commotion outside as you see her walking out, and you can like see through the window unless you also walk out. This rather large beast, one of the lupines, is in full-on Krynos form. As it's drenched in blood, you can see bits of human flesh kind of stuck to its fur as it lets out a howl as June just very like casually walks out. And as the guru charges at her, you see the shadows around her form into tendrils as they curl up against the werewolf, stopping it in its tracks. As, yeah, she just very casually starts twisting off its arms and legs and neck as she breaks every bone in in its body, only to leave it on the ground to see it heal back up before doing it again. This goes on for some time as you see the creature just regenerate before being snapped back into a million pieces as she starts now tearing off chunks of it and then letting them sort of regrow or reattach themselves for doing it again, seemingly taking quite a lot of delight in doing this. At the same time, you see her eventually just pull out this large chain of silver as it glints in the light. Wrap it around the thing, and then you just see you hear the shrieks of pain as she will literally just drag the thing away. As you see the very earth follow them home.
Don't have anyone's number.
Don't have a phone, so yeah. but can always go to the city to try and fetch one. You also literally know where Patrick's office is.
That is true. I also know where Nicholas is.
Also true.
I'll go tell Patrick.
Yeah, you get into the very mundane, average-looking car that they left here for you as you drive into the city. Meanwhile, what was Patrick's and Anastasio's last conversation? What were you talking about?
I think it was with Vlad. Like Vlad had just left and we were chatting about that.
Yeah.
I remember. So, well, should we go talk to Nicholas? See if we can get them on board, and if not, I do like the neck thing.
I'd rather not give them warning.
So we're just gonna go with that.
We need to get them out. Even if we convince Nicholas, do you think they're not just going to find somebody else to lead their operations? Do you think they're just going to leave?
Nicholas probably has the best chance of convincing them to go. Especially if he can actually show evidence that their Camarilla are being used. Currently, all we have is trust me, bro. So, if we can get something more than that, maybe he can go to his superiors and show that this has been a whole big waste.
How long do you think that's going to take?
Fuck if I know, man. But what else do you want to do? The only other option is kill. The only other option is kill them all.
I will say this to you, Patrick. It would be very useful if you could delay the Camarilla for at least another month, so your weapons can actually get in.
Yeah, then that gives a severe problem, because that's a month for the Kapala and Moloch to just do what they want.
Well, not if you work with Nicholas and the Camarilla. Because the plan
if they actually fucking listen to him.
Yeah, well, at least you could ask him. Like, hey, what are you doing? I feel like there is a way you could probably phrase it, a way that it doesn't seem like you're about to just nuke them. But in any case, as you're thinking about this,
Patrick isn't aware. Sorry. Patrick isn't aware, but I did inform my immediate superior that.
I know, which is why I'm saying that.
Okay.
The investigation is ongoing. Don't you worry. Anything.
And I haven't had time. I haven't had time to tell Patrick.
Yeah. But as one of the ghouls will walk in, announce themselves, as they will inform you that car has arrived, as Casper is here to see you on urgent business.
Right, send him in.
Casper, you will be escorted into the office where you will be left. As you see, both Anastasia and Patrick are here.
Oh, Anastasia, you're here as well. So nothing I could do, but June stopped by the farm and she's wiping out werewolves. Well, at least one for now.
More than one.
But for now, one. But
no,
she did say
if she
would give Jane like a couple years to grow. I think it was more of a threat than anything, but
yeah, she's apparently found a group of hunters to use and manipulate. I wonder how she got that.
Can I tell that he's pointing it towards me?
I mean, yeah.
Listen, they had me cornered. They said, you know, give us the names of other vampires or you're dead. I thought she would kill them.
Oh, they are dead. From everything I've been fucking told.
Yeah, it looked like they were dead. Whatever werewolf she thought had like a bunch of stuff, like human flesh covering it, so I'd imagine it's the hunters. But...
Yes, if you've not been told yet, by the way, that's Kupala.
Yes.
So, my friends and allies are in danger. A weapon has been given to one of my enemies. Right at the start of a war. You can tell, Patrick is, in fact, I should probably fucking roll a frenzy check.
That's fair.
Four successes, yeah. You can tell that Patrick's fucking furious right now.
Yeah, I can tell. It's been a rough month, man. I'm spiraling. It sounds like the city's spiraling. Is there anything I can do, or?
Patrick's gonna nod. You can pack your fucking bags, and you can fucking leave.
I mean, I can't write at this moment.
Why can't you?
No, I do suppose she is gone there. That's a fair point. Suppose you're not entirely wrong at the current moment.
The last thing Casper remembers about Jennifer.
That, to be fair, Anastasia said she was on her way out of the city.
I think I said it too. You were there. I told
Yeah,
both
I
of
was
you.
there when someone said she's on her way out of the city.
What's Casper's? Ah, you're a
Three?
He was a 4, but we nerfed him
Yeah.
because that's just not true.
Yeah.
Listen.
Higher than it has any right to be.
If
It still is.
if she truly left the city, do you think Anastasia wouldn't just be off chasing her?
He likes Patrick.
Okay. Do you think Anastasia likes Patrick more than his petty desire for justified revenge?
No, but
He literally laid waste to an entire hotel because of $50. Now you can imagine what he's gonna do when you murdered everyone he ever cared about.
I wouldn't describe his revenge against June as petty.
That's why I
No,
said
it's
well
petty.
justified.
nah, it's petty.
He is a petty man, but the revenge is justified.
Yes.
Guilty on all charges.
I'll just leave the building, though.
Patrick's gonna immediately pull the phone out. He's gonna give Robert a call.
Pick up. Yeah.
I have bad news if you haven't heard it.
Oh.
I've gotten reliable confirmation. I don't know if it was a member of your pack or if it was a traveler. Another Lupine is dead.
The information is wrong. Everyone's accounted for.
No, I think what Casper saw, he saw Catherine getting killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what he saw.
Okay, that was it. Okay. I thought that was a different person.
No.
No.
Okay, yeah, that was a misunderstanding.
No, it's a reasonable misunderstanding to have.
Okay, then yeah, Patrick would not. Yeah, then all right, then that was just then that was just somebody who saw Katrina get killed.
Like, it's just. I don't think you've ever. Did you explain to Jane what the fuck Paula was? I don't think. I think you just like she was just.
Yeah,
freaked out.
I sent her away quickly
Yeah.
because I wasn't because I was afraid if I said something that pissed her off, she'd kill everyone in the fucking room.
I'm like,
Okay.
is it the
There's a
fucking maniac lady?
She's a spirit named Kupala.
Holy shit! What?
She's here looking for her physical form. If she finds it, we're all fucked.
Listen to me, Patrick. I'm not a fuckers used to call, not a spiritual man. But even I've heard like the fucking legends. Are you sure it's just not like someone pretending to be her?
That confirmed by a few sources.
Are you
Given
on
the
speaker?
fact, yeah, I'd be on speaker.
Okay, then Anastasia would say, there's pretty hard circumstantial evidence. We were told that the spirit Kupala was in the city and was working with a Bali antediluvian. I happened to run into a spirit of quite incomparable power who had the Bali on her beck and call, who was far more powerful than Deva, if you remember her. So, unless there's two of those pair running around, that's her. Also, she was very squarely on Kupala's side, whether that is Kupala or not.
There's silence on the other end. Please tell me you have a plan, some idea, or some.
Yes. I'd rather not talk about it over the phone. If there's an area I could come to you that's secure, you could come to my office.
Yeah, no, fuck. Shit. Yeah, I'll be there in like an hour or so. Yeah, he'll close off the phone call.
Alright.
I think he's gonna try and kill me when he sees me.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't blame
Given-
him if he did.
One, I don't think anyone can reasonably blame you. And even if Lunto is reasonable, he has to know starting a fight in my office means he'll be going in at it alone. If the alliance breaks down.
I wouldn't blame him if he did.
Don't worry. I'll talk him down if he gets upset. As I'm also gonna send Nicholas a message, basically telling him that because I'm sure by now that even if they didn't have a spy, they would have received word that Patrick's no longer fucking Prince. He's not masquerading as that anymore. I'll send a message to Nicholas. I'd like to propose a basically just sending a message that yeah. I think it's in a vested interest for the Camarilla and the Free State of Bucharest to cooperate until this situation is handled. If you can convince your superiors.
Maybe he can double check to make sure all those little spies have gone through for me.
That'd be a good thing, yeah. And possibly check Anastasia to see if he still has a spy network inside his veins.
I'm going to take that. I'm
sorry.
going to take that as an invitation to come over.
In granite sound effect, we see Nicholas sliding through the wall.
That's a reasonable assumption. As
Camarilla Spy Network, what are you talking about?
Oh my god, he's suddenly here! Holy shit!
he is always around the corner in the bushes.
Well, if it isn't my friends, Anastasio and Patrick. Scheming, aren't we?
Fine, he'll activate Julian Luna mode and just like pop out, spawn from the
Just
bushes.
like bushes, yeah.
Every high-level Camarilla has that ability.
Every prince does, in fact, have the ability just to come skulking out of the bushes at a moment's notice.
But yeah,
It's a 6th level discipline from Obfuscate. They all have it.
it's just
I
a
can't wait.
specialty for stealth. It's
So what you're saying is in two sessions I can get a stealth specialty for popping out of bushes.
unironically, Julian Luna does not have. Did I give him? I don't think I gave him obfuscate. Yeah, no.
You should give him at least 2 dots.
No, listen, man. He just has 5 stealth.
Okay,
I
yeah, that
think-
makes sense. I can believe that.
He has 5 stealth, just doesn't have obfuscate. But yeah, so they probably like if Nicholas received the message, you like pack up some tools, be able to test Anastasio's blood, and head out to the city center to talk to Patrick. As you get there, you can definitely feel that the ghouls are a bit on edge as you walk in.
My prince.
Patrick's going to kind of grin at that. I don't suppose you've kept up with the news. I've given up my praxis.
You
But,
don't say.
I'll take it you knew then. Good to see that you're keeping up with the affairs of the city. But anyways, before we discuss anything, do make sure Anastasio doesn't have anyone listening through anything in his body. I'd rather not discuss plans and potentially with the enemy listening in.
Anastasio, may I have some of your blood?
Oh, sure, you've had enough of it already.
Well, that cup actually, I think it would have melted if there had been any more in it. I've never seen anything like that.
I'd hope not,
Um,
considering what it came from.
You can harvest more. Give me an intelligence occult. As you take some of the vitae, you start performing some of the rituals. It does seem to just be normal kindred vitae.
Through my tests, can I tell if Anastasio's blood is unbondable? Right, actually, a few things. Did we know Anastasio was unbondable at the end of Bucharest?
I don't think you did.
Okay. Can I tell that it is? Is he still?
Let me double check. Well. I'm gonna say, Anastasia, you also give me a rouse check.
Yeah.
What you're explaining.
As he fucking jerks you off.
Holy shit! I keep my 0 hunger.
Who'd you eat?
Katarina.
Yeah, listen, we'll get to that part.
Funny you should mention that. You already know.
Well, honestly, only if you get like a crit.
Go for it.
I'll risk
wait.
it. How do I roll this?
So you
Right
right
click
click.
it.
You right click and select the willpower. And then select the dice you want to reroll, in your case, the 2 black ones.
Oh. Okay. I didn't realize that's what I was doing. Damn.
Ah, a
Still
shame.
6 successes. No. Tell you something about. Second.
You get a nice participation trophy.
You can find out he is in fact a Ravnos.
So
Holy shit.
this is not, as you kind of like, it's Kindred Vitae by technicality only. This is fresh blood that's pumping through his veins. Pretty sure, one, this is in fact 100% lupine blood.
Genuine lupine blood.
The amount of lupine blood that's flowing through him is insane. Anastasio would, like, anything would trigger a frenzy at this point.
It's a good thing I'm a very reasonable man. Wink, wink.
And, well, it's a weird thing, but maybe not the most unexpected. This man has never been blood bonded. Like, never.
Your blood appears to be free of the influence I previously noticed. So, I don't know what you did to get rid of that, but it appears that he is safe to have conversations
I'll say
around.
It does just look like his blood was completely replaced, drained out, and
To be fair, though, the question of how did someone drain all my blood without me getting set on fire is the question.
yes.
What on earth have you been drinking?
Just for Patrick to tell you. That's why we brought you over here in the first place.
Alright. Kupala offered to replace Moloch's blood. He spoke a little unclearly, said animal blood. Kupala considers lupines animals.
Kupala chose to consider lupines animals.
But otherwise, she's looking for Christians. His little hiding hole that he had outside of fucking time and space, seemingly. Luckily, Ice was able to send her in a bit of a goose chase. We have time. But she's targeting the lupine. She has men. Thanks to Casper, she has fucking men that she's infused with spirits. And, yes, so we do have people working on it. Sure you remember Deacon? He's working on Casper's fuck-up.
Men infused with spirits, like we faced against Deva.
Quite similar, I would imagine.
You think
Well,
those
we're not
guys could have fucked up werewolves though?
Those guys were werewolves.
They show upgrades.
Stronger, most likely. Kapal is the source of it, I would imagine. I imagine she can do better than an understudy.
Then we are at least not completely helpless
Yes.
in the short term.
Deacon is assisting with that. Robert is coming over here so that I may discuss with him personally. In short, we do have... It's a group working on this problem. What I would ask is Moloch and Kupala are using the Camarilla presence in the city to mask their movements. If you can convince your superiors of this, of the danger that everyone in the city is in, I'd much rather work with the Camarilla on this issue than have to fight them, Kupala, and whatever else just happens to show up.
The Camarilla is aware that some of our elements may be infiltrated. I have put my reputation on the line because I believe in what we were told. My master and my grandsire are both aware.
Do they believe you?
They, my master believes that my intelligence is actionable and worth investigation. Whether he decides that remains the case, I don't know. If we can find additional evidence,
We need to find it as
it
soon
would be
as
valuable.
possible. We need to find that as soon as possible.
I've done some reading on Moloch, and the situation is, if anything, worse than we had previously assumed.
So
Moloch was forced into torpor during the Third Punic Wars and the Siege of Carthage.
One thing I want to amend that statement. No, like they're pretty sure he was dead. But yeah, that's clearly they're wrong. But the texts do mention him just dying. His body, they basically killed him and magically sealed his remains.
The text says he was dead. The fact that Anastasio's recently been sharing drinks with him puts that into question. When Carthage fell, Moloch was last seen fighting back-to-back with his lover, the antediluvian Troila. The two of them were, throughout their unlives, inseparable. And if Moloch has arisen from the desert sands, I think that it is likely that Troila has as well.
or at the very least, Moloch will be trying very hard to bring this Troila back.
I told you last time that if the worst came to pass, that the mortals would be right to obliterate the city of Bucharest. You may want to engineer a dead man switch to that effect.
Well, I'm not sure Romania has a very stealable supply of nuclear armaments lying around. And unless you want to give me a couple $1 billion, it'd be very hard for me to get that much C4.
We may be able to contact organizations outside of Bucharest. We can't have the weapon inside of the city limits anyway, because then it could just fall into Kupala or Moloch's hands. It needs to be delivered via missile.
So do you want to go talk to the dragon then? Seems like he might just do it anyway.
Something to think about.
That's the fun solution, Grunt.
Okay. Well,
We're gonna enter into a Fallout vampire universe.
we'll develop
say.
that. We'll develop a fallback plan, but for now, we need to acquire evidence that will convince your superiors beyond doubt.
Anastasio, is Robert aware that you've just drank an entire lupine?
Maybe, maybe not. But he soon will be.
Also, Patrick, I understand that the Chantry was hit by the Camarilla. I had hoped that the Camarilla would not move against them that abruptly. If you need assistance bringing Ivona and Rosa out of torpor, I am at your disposal.
Patrick, as far as you're concerned, they've been like rescued. Probably currently outside of city limit last time you were.
That matter has already been resolved.
Ivona was the first person to believe us against Java. But I appreciate you taking care of this. And hope you will present these 2 books to her when the time is appropriate. And I hand him the 2 books.
Is one of the books just how to join the Camarilla and how to accept you being
It's just
wrong?
a pamphlet. It's just a pamphlet, yeah.
Goatrix's Guide to the Bali.
Goratrix's Guide to How Cool Nicholas Is and the Camarilla. You should join.
I don't.
Oddly specific.
That would be a good argument against me being cool and joining the Camarilla.
Meanwhile, while this discussion is going on, where would Casper have left for?
He kind of just like solemnly strolls the streets for a little bit.
So yeah, oh well. Did you walk down? You find yourself walking past the the familiar looking river that passes through the city. Give me a wits awareness.
Oh boy.
And it's nothing bad. Don't worry about it.
If I had $1 for every time a with awareness wasn't something bad, I have maybe $3.
That's a bit optimistic.
It is, but I'm an optimistic guy.
So yeah, as you're passing, as you're all rolling down the street, you do kind of like. I assume your wasps are with you, uncomfortable as that is for everyone else around you.
Some are, yeah. They're not like it's not like evident that I'm keeping like a
Yeah.
wasp swarm within me, but yeah, there might be like one or two flying around.
Casper's generating quite a buzz.
I'll kill you.
Actually, they're not. They have obfuscates.
They are silent wasps. Your animals are starting to freak out as you're walking to your left. There's the river, and there's like a person in front of you, just kind of like sitting on, kind of like leaning on the railing, overlooking the river.
I cross to the other side if there's any way to get around this guy.
It's a woman, actually, so don't recognize her though.
The animals don't like her. I will try and I'm gonna try and take the widest like path around her.
Fortunately, you did spot it a bit too late, so you're kind of close, but you can definitely try and cross the street.
Fair enough, yeah.
It'll look kind of obvious, but yeah.
No, fuck it.
You start like crossing the street. As she's just gonna like push against the railing, just kind of like stand straight as she stares at you as you're walking. Why don't you give me, what was the roll? Avoid eye contact. I think it. I think it will just be a wits awareness, maybe count.
Okay. You know what? I'll willpower that.
And there, trust me, no, it's not gonna help you.
Okay, no worries.
I mean, listen, I have to roll for her to. If she gets like the worst roll in existence, let you know. But the 15 dice pool, I somehow doubt it. Let's look up. Maybe you have a better pool. That one. Oh, it is what's awareness. Unfortunately, as you try and like cross the street quickly, but she glances in your direction, and in that split second where your eyes meet, you just hear her shout after you come here as your body just freezes. And give me a resolve intelligence. See, do you have fortitude? No, you don't. Oh, good luck. Yeah, your body just stops listening to you as you feel this overwhelming compulsion to just walk up to her. And as you get close, get a better look. She's gonna like kind of stare at you, rather disinterested.
Fuck.
Get fucked, loser.
And again, she's coming for another character! Stay away!
Quite in a hurry to leave.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna answer me a couple of questions first.
Okay.
She kind of like stares at you, and after saying that, she's like trying. You're not sure if she's like trying to read your body language. If she's trying to intimidate you. How is Casper feeling at the moment?
He's nervous. He's not sure. Scared. Yeah, he's scared.
There's I assume they stopped teaching fledglings how to be polite to their elders.
My apologies. Didn't realize you were an elder.
That shouldn't matter. Presume your education was a rather poor one.
It wasn't the best.
Now, given recent events, last couple of years, how come only Timichi left and
Excuse me?
kind of like looks confused for a moment?
I believe that there's been a mistake.
Could feel it all over you.
I've been trained in vicissitude, but
She
not
like suddenly
Tsumitsu.
looks interested, her disinterest immediately fading as she like gets a bit up closer.
I'm Clan Gangrel.
How curious. And she kind of like, as she like raises her arm and just kind of like touches your shoulder a bit. Never met a gangrel with this amount of aptitude for the art.
Yeah, I love it.
She's gonna smile and says, I needed someone to help me around the city.
Why do you need someone to help you around the city?
I would tell you, but I don't want to compel you into service. Tell me, who trained you into the art of molding the flesh?
Ever heard of Dragomir?
She nods.
Yeah, he gave me a bit of assistance, showed me how to begin.
You've developed quite a lot. He only taught you little, although never seemed the kind to idiots. Must have shown quite a lot of promise.
Yeah, I promise, that's what I show.
Walk with me.
Yeah, I'll follow her.
Yeah, she kind of starts walking. There's, tell me about something beautiful you've made from the flesh.
Turned myself into a giant ram before. Got a project going on currently. Got a bunch of like remains from animals and humans and stuff
Her eyes
back at my base.
cannot go wide with interest. I can understand why you've developed so much even with so little guidance. She like kind of like looks you up and down and says, so much potential. Tell me,
Yeah.
I never got your name.
Casper. And what do I call you?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Casper. You may call me Sasha.
Nice to meet you, Sasha.
Tell me, would you be interested in finishing your training?
It would be useful, yes.
Like I said, I am in need of assistance. There's things to move around in the city, packages to pick up, messages to deliver. I could use someone who can go around a bit more unnoticed than I. Rather well known in these places.
Yep, that's me, inconspicuous.
Oh, I'm not picking you because you're inconspicuous. I'm picking you up because I can feel the greatness. It's bubbling underneath the skin.
Yeah.
And if you thought what the Dragomir showed you was interesting or those were mere child's play. What I'm about to teach you. The art of flesh crafting is like nothing else. And until recently, I was quite constrained in its use, but now you, me, and every other flesh crafter were free to expand our horizons unimpeded. I'm just gonna take out this old looking phone and handed it to you. There's a way to contact me. I'll remember your face. I will call upon you. I need it.
I'll pick up the call.
She smiles. and we'll walk. As she kind of like walks, you see a nearby building. She physically merges with the wall as if it's not there and just disappears.
God, just put me out of my fucking misery.
I told you the fun solution would arrive soon.
Yeah, let's bring the flesh back, guys. I miss the flesh. Who else misses the flesh?
I love the flesh.
I fucking love the flesh.
Not sure if you're gonna do anything, if you're gonna go try and enter the building as well, like enter the wall as well,
Oh.
like you're in Harry Potter.
Oh, I can still enter it. Sorry, I thought it like completely
like,
vanished.
She literally, it seems like she walked through it. It wasn't there.
I'll walk up to it and touch it.
It will, as you touch it, you can feel it just slightly given. Almost as if it's made out of clay.
Yeah, I'll go through if I can.
To try and push through, you can feel your hands sink in. And you can your way through the entire thing. As you realize this isn't clay. This is in fact tender skin.
Tender, you say?
You're gonna go in, whatever this is.
Yeah, I'll go
See,
through.
this is why you're the perfect apprentice. No normal person would do this, but Casper has impressive potential. Truly wasted on the gangrels. As you push your way in, as you find yourself surrounded, as it's almost seemingly guiding you, as you exit into like this sort of basement area. As you can see, there's the body of a man. Has no face, just kind of like look like it's stitched together. It's just kind of like sitting on a chair, limp.
Is she any around? Is Sasha anywhere near around?
Not in this room. You can like walk out and try and search for her.
I guess you're an art project. Does he look? Is he like? I know he's stitched together, but is everything where it's supposed to be?
I mean, yeah, the proportions are about right. Although it seems like he's made out of different parts. Sort of kind of like Frankenstein together. You can, if you like go around and poke at it, you can give me an intelligence medicine roll.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I knew I would find my ideal apprentice here.
Should have just killed him. Should have just had 12 guys with shotguns.
Yeah, you
Kill
should
him.
have.
Listen, I was ready. All you have to say is Anastasio, do it, and I would have fucking blown his head off.
Oh, 6 success.
Goddamn.
Lovely. Lovely. Yeah, you can tell this thing, once it may have been a human, now it just kind of like looks at it. You try and like lift up the arms, it's quite heavy. It's much heavier than a human body normally would be. And you realize if you like push a bit against the flesh, it seems like has higher muscle density. There's also, you can feel this sort of, how should I describe it? Heavy bone-like structure underneath. Almost like an exoskeleton that's close to the surface, that if you like push against the skin, you can feel it. This is something. And it's not really moving, and you don't feel like a pulse. It looks dead.
I'll give you this. It's impressive work.
You can see the walls around the room start shifting.
Oh, fuck.
As she walks in. The rather curious look. Says, eager, aren't we? As you realize the room suddenly has several eyeballs staring at you from all angles.
That's an interesting trick.
She looks at the room and just bows her head. Kind of like towards you. Follow suit.
Yeah, I'll follow.
As you bow and you raise your head, you realize the eyes are gone. As she approaches the body and says, it's a project we've been working on. I think this is the improved version, but
We?
me and my sire, of course.
Are they about, or?
She looks around the room. She nods.
Ah,
They're here.
nice to meet you.
I think you show great potential, Casper. What do you think of this living weapon?
I've never seen anything like it before. Nothing stands in comparison to it.
It is the perfect weapon. It is capable of resisting almost all sorts of physical and mental damage. Regenerates from pretty much anything. The only way to even disable it, to take out the spirit inside. But we've been devising a strategy to eliminate that weakness too. Still a work in progress though.
Yeah, how?
Simple. A combination of flesh harvested from dozens of ghouls, as well as altering its physical properties, creating a rather durable shell. After which you infuse the flesh itself with spirits. And she kind of like traces each like stitched body part, each patch of flesh, each part of flesh, and says, you stitch the spirits that are in the flesh together, cannot leave, and then you implant a loyal servant inside. Then it operates like a mechanical construct.
Yeah. That's some task.
It takes a while to make one, and we have unfortunately lost many of our funding support. But we've managed to recover a few. We have found a new batch of volunteers recently. Would you like to help me start working on them? We'll give you a...
Yeah, let's meet him.
also give you a chance to show me what you can do with the flesh and but maybe of your medical knowledge as well. I'm just gonna lead you out the room. You're gonna walk down this house. Yeah, she's gonna lead you into a different room in this rather large basement. As there's a bunch, you can see there's a bunch of cages with people locked in. You can see all these people. Their mouths, they're gone. They have nothing. They look rather beaten up, tired, exhausted. You recognize one face in the crowd. It's the hunter that threatened you not that long ago. The one you sent to Kupala. He also doesn't have a mouth.
So these are the volunteers.
Yes, yes. We've started experimenting on a couple. Unfortunately, we need many body parts for a single construct. I think we can get 3, maybe 4 out of a dozen or so people here.
That's a lot of people for one construct.
A lot of body parts we need to stitch together.
How did you come by this fellow?
As he like looks at you, recognizes you, starts like shouting, but he can't say anything. You just hear like mumbling noises. As she like looks at him and just says, "Be quiet," and he just immediately clamps down, freezes up. Says, "I had one of my associates deliver them. Apparently, some people didn't get the notification that the organization is in ruin, mostly. Although, my understanding, I will soon receive 2 pine or their bodies are extremely fun to play with. You know the amount of punishment they can regenerate from pretty much anything if you give them enough time. Had a pet project.
So I've heard.
Had a pet project with that, but unfortunately, I lost the sample. But with your help, I think I can make a new one. Oh,
Really?
Ready to get your hands dirty?
Yep.
Why don't you give me a resolve protean roll? And you give me a rouse check for the flesh crafting. I think you can just click on the bar though.
Oh, okay.
Lovely, lovely. I didn't think I would get to have fun with this again, but let me also post
Rudd
the
loves
sticker.
the flesh.
I
Don't
do
we
love
all?
the flesh, yes.
We all love the flesh.
Plus resolve, isn't it?
So
Plus resolve. Okay, if I just roll it.
yeah, just click the little dice button next to the name. No, on the other side. The red one.
No, it still wants the attribute. I'm pretty sure it's resolve.
Roll for me. So you just let me. That button.
Oh, okay, that one.
But yeah, no, 6 successes. Yeah, no, you will definitely make a good impression on your new teacher. As yeah, with her along, you will start literally. Well, people without mouths cannot make that much noise, and if they make too much noise, you know what? You can always just adjust the vocal cords, just tune it down a bit. As you will begin the grueling process of stripping them into individual body parts, and as you stitch this thing together, you can now certainly get a good look on the inside of how it looks. It doesn't have organs, it doesn't need anything. It is apparently fully powered by spirits that has she has these little tiny rocks apparently contain the spirit in question, and she fuses the rock into the flesh, and that there's a ritual, some blood, and then when the two things fuse together, the spirit gets tied to the flesh itself. Stitch them up together. You make adjustments on certain body parts to make sure that this thing can withstand the pressure that's about to hit it. And then you have a sort of what she calls operational center that basically will control the entire body. So it's basically like a robot. It's just made out of spirits and flesh. And yeah, no, she definitely seems impressed. And listen, there's a lot to learn from this woman. If anything, her mastery over flesh crafting and her knowledge in the medical field as well as the occult, this makes Dragomir look like a child playing with toys. Lovely. I never thought you would actually join up with the Drakon. Impressive.
You thought Casper, Lord of Fuck-Ups, wouldn't fuck this up and join the Dragon?
This is a promotion, if anything. And yeah, no, unironically, if you study with her for not that long, you'll probably develop horrid form without spending any XP on it.
Goddamn.
You'll gain 5 protean. Now the question is, are you willing to drink her blood to speed up the...
Come fuck it.
She's gonna actually, as you manage to create, with 6 successes, you actually help her out quite a lot, so managed to create 5 of these golems. As honestly, the only one left, unless you want to specifically pick him out, would be Edward. You can leave him alive.
Fuck Edward. Edward would be fucked.
There we go. Revenge obtained. Edward, you're dead. Rather not
Who's
dead.
Edward again?
This is one of the hunters that had the... Do you remember the parasite that was killing dead flesh?
Parasite that was killing dead flesh. The
Vampire AIDS.
Yeah, and the
Alright.
vampire
Yeah,
were given. That was him.
Yeah, I remember the vampires.
He's the one that gave it to me.
Ah.
And then tried to
Edward.
shoot me. He's been after me for a while now. Yeah, I would. Thanks,
Yeah.
but
Listen,
Yeah,
let's have the conversations. Maybe I can make a persuasive argument. As you're done with that, and she was gonna clean her hands a bit of blood. You truly are. Your potential is truly great, but these things take time. Now, as I see so much promise in you, I am willing to share my own vitae with you. That should awaken true powers inside of you. Will gain an understanding of the physical form beyond what any neonate can dream of. Don't have to answer me right now, but think about it.
I'll sure think about it.
Remember, whenever you wish, come and train. My doors are always open to you, and if you ever need my help, don't hesitate to ask. I would like to get to know you better, spend more time with you. Quite the interesting individual.
Both of you two seem interesting as well.
She'd love to get inside your head
Smile and nod as take her leave.
and
You will.
your heart and your lungs and your stomach.
Yeah, you are free to leave if you wish, or you can spend more time in this place.
I will take my leave now.
Yeah. As you walk out the door. Yeah, well, this basically took the rest of your night off. So I assume you'll just head back to the farm.
Yeah.
Not sure what the other three would be doing in the last 2 hours of the night.
I think we were gonna talk to Bert, right?
Robert is supposed to come.
That's
Let's
true.
see if he doesn't get horribly murdered on the way to town. 10,000 demons show up.
No, listen,
Well, he needs to-
listen. They just have 5 super soldiers for now, but I'm sure Casper can make more.
He needs to come so that he can horribly murder Anastasio.
But yeah, no. About half an hour to an hour later, he would show up. You hear the motorcycle just turn off its engine as it parks, and before you know it, he is walking into your office, looking quite disheveled. But he was in a gunfight not that long ago.
Yeah, werewolves and gunfights, and who even cares, man?
Yeah,
Robert?
that's what I remember. He'll nod and
Yep.
say, "I see you have the whole party gathered here."
I like how
Mostly.
he was excluding Casper, like the rest of us.
Robert, good to see you again.
Hey, Robert.
Which was under better circumstances, but
Us too.
How is Jane?
scared, terrified, and honestly, now I'm also get scared. So that I don't. This situation is fucked, Patrick.
Looks grim, but do have everyone in the city is working on it one way or another. Robert, tell me, have you ever met Father Deacon?
Talk to him? No. Seen him a couple of times, yeah.
He's not here with us right now, but he is involved with this. Specifically, he's directly going to be handling the people who attacked you and yours. I can put you in contact with him. And Nicholas is here because I'll
be-
gloss over it.
I'll be honest, man. There's been a lot of weird fucking shit happening recently, so I guess this tracks.
I'll gloss over it because unless you're enmeshed in kindred history, the words might not mean anything. Kupala has a very powerful servant, a Bali, an antediluvian, extremely powerful, like a god walking amongst mortals. Our only benefit is he is one of the weakest of his kind. If he moves, his siblings will notice.
Do you have any like alcohol in the room? Let's start glancing around.
Direct a ghoul to bring in something.
Like the ghoul brings in a whiskey bottle. He just like doesn't even take the glass, just starts drinking it from the bottle. As you like keep telling you, he's gonna sit down on a chair, just with the most dejected look ever.
We do have an advantage, though. He is one of the weakest of his kind. If he moves openly, his siblings will notice and they will destroy him. So he cannot use the full extent of his power. Nicholas has informed his superiors in the Camarilla about this, and they're taking into consideration if we can find more evidence that this Moloch is who we say he is. We can expect, if not their assistance, we can expect at the very least the Camarilla won't be shooting at us while we have to deal with this. And we do have other allies that are coming into the city. Contacts I've picked up recently and over the years.
Okay,
These are...
I'm gonna level with you. What the fuck is the Second Inquisition?
Second Inquisition is... Look at Nicholas. The Second Inquisition is an alliance of kindred, lupine, and hunters.
So they're not bullshitting, they're actually like real, because I thought they were like bullshit.
I am a member of them. So is
I
Father.
like look at Patrick and then look back at Nicholas and like, are you sure?
Holy fuck.
I raise a single eyebrow.
You like verified the identity of members then? Is that like a thing?
Beyond... There are methods once you properly join the organization. Beyond who I've disclosed, I would not do so in front of present company.
Kind of glances around.
I
So
point at Nicholas.
you're gonna like go to your desk, like rip a piece of paper, grab a pen, write down something on it, and just gonna hand you. Says, check those names and let me know if they check out, because I'm still like not really. They seemed shifty as fuck.
What are the names in the list?
You read Priska and Jane.
Patrick will just nod at that because he's already seen that they're nearby.
Yep.
He's seen them on the list, so he'll nod and then an affirmation.
Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, well, anything, they contacted me. Apparently, well, they wanted to talk to all of us. I didn't really give a shit, but with Katarina gone, it kind of falls on me and Horatio to see what the fuck we can do. I want to keep Jane as out of this as possible, although I don't know how long I can keep that up.
I guess step one is keep her as far away from us as possible, because Kupala likes to show up.
Apparently, she showed up anyway as she was driving into the city, so what the fuck am I gonna do against the immortal enemy of my entire like lineage? I don't fucking.
Well, then maybe keep her around me, because maybe I can be able to convince Kupala
now.
not to hurt her.
No offense, but I think I'm gonna keep her away from you.
Well, fair enough.
We'll do what we can. For now, first of all, we need to handle her men. Apparently they are, from what I've been told, they are extremely powerful. They've been handled before elsewhere.
No, I remember fighting those shitheads last time. These calling them men is fucking generous. Again,
They're
not
monsters.
Yeah, I don't. They smell human, but they're dead.
Part of the reason I have Deacon handling them. When it comes to things like that, he has a specific skill set that will help him.
Speaking of the creatures we fought last year that were similar to her new ones are less powerful than her new ones are.
Yeah, well, no, they're not as tough as the abominations, but they're not. They're organized. They coordinate, and they shoot fucking guns. I literally tore one in half, and it just kept on going.
Do they have blood?
Nothing that flowed out of it. They're just like bits of flesh stringed together, as far as I could tell.
All right.
If you have
Right.
the opportunity to bring me a chunk, I would appreciate it, but don't put yourself out to do it.
No, it's...
All right. We need to get evidence to convince the Camarilla leader, to convince the Nicholas's superiors in the Camarilla that starting a war right now is going to doom everyone. We need to keep distracting Kupala and her servant so that they do not find what they're looking for. And we need to move to, if we can, eliminate her weapons. And the important thing, help is coming. We do have assistance arriving. We need to hold on until then. Once they get here, once we get proper support, then we can start talking about doing more than just holding on.
He like nods and says, "Listen, I will chat with these two. I'll. There were a couple more guru that left the city after the whole incident. Maybe with this fucking news, they'll be persuaded to come back and assist. I'll be sticking around alongside with Horatio, so if anything pops up, you know my number."
Stay in contact, and I'll give you a method to talk with Deacon as well.
He nods as just walk out with the bottle in hand.
Be careful out there. And say hi to Jane for me, if you would.
I'll nod as he makes his way out.
Nicholas, if you divulge any of what I said to anyone in the Camarilla, I will burn you alive.
I look into your eyes and just blink. I don't give any.
As
sort
you
of
look in my
physical
eyes, I'm
reaction.
going to actually just actually say, forget. As I'm going to try to cloud your memory.
Try.
Which I'll rouse the blood because I think that would give me a bonus to a roll
Yes.
because I don't think cloud memory requires a rouse check.
Nope, it does not. Let me.
Okay, so I clicked the little red die, blood surge, and it's manipulation plus
No, it's charisma.
charisma.
No,
Oh, I'm still
actually, no. Let me.
One is
Because
manipulation,
yeah.
one is charisma. It's
Let's see, because the wiki says it's charisma. But
cloud memory does say charisma, by the way.
Yeah.
I just clicked it and opened it. It's charisma dominate versus wits resolve.
Yeah. You should be able to just click them.
Go. 7 successes.
Holy shit. Oh my.
beats you later. Well, you know, it was a good try.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. That's a lot, but unfortunately,
You know, hey, no balls. Willpower reroll some of those dice and fish for the crit.
Yeah, but then Patrick can also. I don't.
He
Think that-
can, but it'd be really funny to see Nicholas try and reroll that.
Yeah, no. Listen, the last couple of minutes of that conversation, you will. I was gonna say, it will like he will figure out that you've mind wiped him because he'll be like, there's this chunk of information missing.
Yeah.
That's a,
As yeah, Nicholas, you
Patrick's
find
fine with that.
you will forget the I would say like the part where Patrick disclosed the things about the SI. As you just blink a couple of times as the fog clears and you realize you're just standing there.
With Robert suddenly just
Yeah, he's
like
gone.
jump cut out of existence.
Yes.
hey, you zoned out there, Nicholas. You good?
Perfect.
I know you're not an idiot, Nicholas. I had to give out some very sensitive information to assuage Robert. And I know we're on the same side for now, but after this is over, we might not be. So I can't have you telling that to anyone.
Rooting around in someone's brain hardly improves one's opinion of them.
I don't need you to like me.
Tell me honestly, Nicholas, wouldn't you do the same if Patrick overheard some very sensitive Camarilla information? And then didn't promise not to tell?
We are what we are.
There you go.
We are indeed.
Anastasia would just look at the door where Robert left and said, should I have apologized? Or given my condolences with the... that make it worse or better?
Jane's aware, so she's likely told him. If not, she'll tell him eventually. Apologizing. At the end of the day, it was an awful situation, and you didn't know the extent that her disdain for lupines extended. She would have killed one even regardless. She just wanted an excuse to hurt somebody.
Maybe.
Lupines aren't known for their emotional control.
Might want to send it as a
And-
text.
I will also say, Nicholas, with the amount of research you've done on the subject, yeah, you pretty much know that as far as historical texts go, the lupines in this region seem to have had a rather heavy hand in dealing with Kupala the last time she was fucking around.
I'm a little surprised he couldn't smell it on you.
I'm sure he did. He just chose not to say anything.
Could be he very well understands that if we all split up now and go at it alone, we're all just going to die.
I'd like to get a hold of one of those bodies. We need to find out how to put one down and keep it down.
Would certainly go a long way to convincing your superiors.
Wait, wasn't that conversation part of the part that was erased?
Quite literally, the only thing that was erased was me telling Robert that I was in the Second Inquisition. Like, Robert asked about the Second Inquisition, fucking wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
So
it was
there
like
was
the- I thought
that's
it was
that's
like-
why
like-
why Patrick just told him I mind wiped you, because like Nicholas isn't dumb. He knows he's just missing.
Yeah, no,
like,
I know. I was just talking about like I thought like it was just like the last 10 minutes, so you
No,
can't really
it's
discern
not.
it.
It's going-
You remember
goes up.
that? You remember this?
It only goes up to 5 minutes, but you can like choose which part of those.
Okay, I didn't know it was selective.
Yeah, that's why when I asked Maria, when did June get in the car with you, I was gonna mind wipe her if it was less than 10 minutes ago.
It's not selective, but you can choose, I think, the upper limit. It's definitely like pretty much like much more brutal and shit, but yeah, it's just the SI part at the end that got wiped.
Alright. So need to work on getting one of those bodies. That evidence is the first piece of thing we need. If we can get that, we can get the Camarilla to agree to a ceasefire. At the very least, a ceasefire.
I wasn't aware we were at war.
I've given up Praxis. I'm not joining the Camarilla anymore. What do you think's going to happen? You're very bad at playing dumb, Nicholas. Don't try it. You're too smart for that.
I will do some research into the methods which might be available to create something like that. It will become easier once we have pieces available to us, although I may need a secure but disposable location if they do continue to reform.
Sure, a spot can be arranged. Out of the way spot that can be fortified and properly set up without attracting attention.
My concern is that we get, say, an arm, I run my studies on it, and then the rest of him shows up wanting his arm back. I don't know if I don't know how they grow back.
Well, worst case scenario, you can have one or two of us helping you out. I don't know if any of my special powers will work on it. You know how spirits can be, but well, I do have a gun, so. In the words of a great man, I have yet to meet opponent who can outsmart Bullet.
Well, that's not remotely true, Anastasio. We've met any number of opponents. You don't need You don't need to outwit a bullet.
Yeah, but with enough of them, you know.
I can't begin to tell you how irritated I am that they don't have blood. Make this all a lot easier.
It sure would. But,
Let's
you know.
beg the question, how the fuck are they moving about? But clearly requires more research.
Spirit mumbo jumbo, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure bullets will work on those.
Well,
Hey,
you know,
at the end of the day, fire seems to be pretty effective against seemingly everything.
Yeah.
We sure think that. We sure think that right now.
Yes, you sure think that
And
right
besides, luckily, at least one person who's going to be coming in is something of an expert on these out of character.
now. Sure. But yeah. So presumably you will head off. Each to their own haven.
Anastasio, a word.
Go on.
As we walk out of the building, there have been times in the last year when I've thought about catching a sunrise.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you've felt the same way over the past few weeks.
My drive is keeping me going, but after that, like I said, I don't really care if you kill me or not.
I do. I'd rather not.
For the first time, you've surprised me, Nicholas.
I told you, I don't hate you. I don't know that if I'm right and Diablerie calls out for vengeance, and I may just be talking out of my ass, it seems that anything I could do would be redundant at this point.
That is the gist of what I told you last time.
So, worst case scenario, I think we just avoid each other, and we'll see if this may take time, and I'm not asking you for that time or for any particular considerations. Maybe we can move past this. Maybe I can move past this.
How you choose to move on or not is up to you. You can do it right now, or you can wait for 100 years. That's your choice. And I'll give you as much time as I can. Because, like I said, I never held anything against you, Nicholas. But of course, you know I have goals. And with every goal comes obstacles. Just really hope you don't become one of them.
I had hoped to get her going when she visited my office. I'm not surprised she's too controlled for that.
She is quite a psychopathic bitch, isn't she? By the way, I don't know that like Kupala has her. I know that she tried to run away, and I know that there are two very powerful spirits who want to capture her, but I don't know if either of them did get her. Right?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Any update on where she went?
Let me look into. Let me see what I can find out about anyone moving particularly large crates out of the city. But no. My master decided that she was too obvious in her methods. Too much of a loose cannon, so he sent her away.
Well, about sunrises and all that. Just know that, well, I thought I was in the clear once I killed. Mind work, no bad. Zaz! I'm calling
You
you a
killed
friend.
Zaz? Jesus!
Let's go.
I'm
Let's go.
calling a friend. Listen, I'm forgetting the name of the fucking guy that we killed, and that's why that one bitch hates us.
Johannes.
Johannes?
Johannes, that's the bitch, right? Yeah.
Phone the crowd. Ask the crowd.
We're gonna poll the audience.
This isn't a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Alright.
Nothing
How could
ever.
you forget? Can we put? Hey, listen. Just because it was the crowning moment, can we put Johannes in the Bucharest graveyard with like sparkling letters?
Yeah.
You know, our crowning achievement. We never forget.
Indeed. Well,
Johannes.
listen,
Johannes
Look.
sparkled in moonlight.
Johannes, may he rest in shit. Very well. Back looking at our regularly scheduled program. Yeah, I thought once we'd kill Johannes, that would be it. But apparently, there was someone above him who wanted revenge, and I'm sure once we kill Jennifer, someone else will do the same. Considering, well, looks like I'm first place when it comes to getting a lead on killing her, they'll probably be coming for me. So, win or lose, I probably don't have that long. And I'm okay with it.
The interesting thing about a free state without praxis is that the traditions don't apply. So, if the opportunity does present itself, I'd be more than happy to help.
Considering they'd have to be more powerful than an elder, I think someone of that level asking for some no-name neonate to get killed wouldn't be that hard of an ask. Strings can be pulled always, Nicholas. And I'm not naive enough to think I am gonna be somehow above reproach even with your protection.
I communicated to my masters what I discovered about your blood. I left your name out of it. And your clan. And there wasn't anything left. Oh, that reminds me. Can I burn his blood at a distance?
Yeah. You can set it on fire.
I do that.
Oh.
I do that.
Requires a bit of setup, but yeah.
Well,
Just runs over, sets it up, runs back to me, and then sets it on fire.
Stay
I have that cup up in his office Patrick's office that I
I
don't
will
want
say
to
to
leave
you
behind.
with that analysis that the lupine blood will stay active in his system for at least like a week or two.
Yeah.
So
I also recommend that you avoid irritation for a while, Anastasio.
Well, Patrick did just send Casper away, so hopefully that will help.
Well, that concerns me as well. He's easier to keep an eye on when we know where he is.
You know, it's too much to hope that he just walked out of the city never to come back.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he's fucking something up right now. But I mean, it's not like it can be worse. It can be worse than sending a bunch of hunters towards the devil. Looks at camera.
Fine, we can upgrade the hunt.
Good night, Anastasio.
See you later.
As
Patrick, the cup of blood bursts into flame in your office.
Fucking my garbage can catches on fucking
I
fire.
was gonna say,
Oh, God!
you probably just dispose of them in a garbage can. You're right. I think you have those sort of abilities, unfortunately, Nicholas. But
If I have to go back to dispose of it completely, I will.
yeah, I know.
Awkwardly go back into my office. I forgot
What's
this.
that one thing?
Yeah, no, that's why I feel like
Yes.
Starts rifling through my garbage can.
you retroactively took the supplies with you. I assumed you wouldn't have just left them there.
I just
Okay.
So yeah, no.
can't believe it. He left his fucking science set in my house.
Just runs back over. He's like, here, I'm gonna have to burn this blood real quick. Just like strikes a match, like doesn't work. He gets like a second one, and like it still like doesn't work. He's like, one second. There we go.
Pulls out flint and steel.
As the two of them have left to Patrick alone, what's Patrick gonna do right now?
Sorry, one thing. If
Yeah.
I do have it with me, I do hold it up and burn it in Anastasio's
Yeah. No, so that's
vision.
the assumption is you took your stuff with you. You put it all in like a garbage in front of him. This is in front of Anastasio. You put everything in like a garbage can. You just set it up fire and just run away before the flames like scare the beast. Because it's not gonna immediately, instantaneously combust. But Anastasio, you do see the things just burn.
Also, you mentioned my clan. Who cares about my clan, man? There's no clan left. I'm probably the only Ravnos in all of Romania.
Well, if I mention your clan, it narrows things down to you.
Yeah. Maybe I should just go around calling myself Kate from now on.
I might be able to help you with that. But I just
I'm
burned the
getting
blood.
these weird.
so-
Oh wait, 1 second. I'm getting these weird text messages on my phone. Oh, it's that fucking asshat, Christian. Oh, it's fuck yeah, do that. Yeah, fuck you too, Christian. And I just put my phone away.
Don't we need to
Damn,
get
he
in touch with...
just got disappeared from reality. Can't believe this.
Damn.
The time mage got me.
The time cops.
They time tortured my time balls.
Don't we need to let Christian know that maybe he should watch his back?
I'm sure Patrick's probably already on that.
If you
Either way,
find
I
a way to
don't fucking
contact, if you find a way to contact him, it wouldn't hurt.
If I find a way to contact him, I might be contract bound to tell our good friend Coops. We should have to call her Polly.
It's politer than anything that I was going to come up with.
I'll shoot some things past her. See how and let me know how that goes for you. And with that, I'll like walk up.
Yeah, as the two of them leave, Patrick, what, do you do anything else?
Yeah. First, he's gonna send a message to Deacon, just informing him that apparently Robert has been contacted by some members of the Second Inquisition. And as well, I'm going to put Robert in contact with him because, well, Robert and the Lupines are close thing we have to spirit experts, and they are currently also being harassed by Kapala's goons. So likely they'll be working, if not together, at least working to solve the same problem.
Yep.
And I'll send a message to Maria's brother, because some arrangements have to be saved. I would have to be made, because Maria needs to be just... Basically, I'll actually send a message, because some of this is not stuff I'd like to say just over like text over a potentially unsecured line.
As you are in your office texting them, it's like a sixth sense almost, as you feel like someone's watching you. As you raise your head, one of the corners, sitting down on a chair. Haven't seen her in a few weeks. It's Elena.
Elena?
How are you doing, Patrick?
Oh, her, right.
As well as I
Patrick,
can.
right?
Yeah, it's only Patrick in the room. You guys left.
Cool. Neat.
I don't think she wants to meet Anastasia ever again. I have a strong feeling.
I wonder why that could be.
It's going as well as it could be, I suppose. The situation is stabilized for now. Stabilized as it can be.
It appears that you have quite a lot of guests in your city.
Yes. We have a demon, we have an antediluvian, we have hunters infused with spirits. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing, really.
I heard about the attack on the Lupines. It's up. Starts like walks up to your desk and says, I leave my last trump card with you and decide to that however you wish. And she puts down like a piece of paper, has like some coordinates down it. I've buried you abomination.
If I need to make use of them, I will. Otherwise, no. It's better to have them and not need them.
Seeing as we cannot rely on minions inside their heads, they are staked and buried to make sure that when you them, you are far away from them, as I doubt they will be too happy to see anyone.
Understood.
You let me know if you need help with anything. I will be hiding around. I won't be too far away, although you seem to have quite a good grasp on the situation. Really impressive, rousing speech.
Thank you.
Just gonna blend with the shadows. I should disappear.
Patrick will, he's gonna find a place to put those coordinates because he doesn't want that getting out to anyone else but him.
Yeah, well, you can store them away safely somewhere. You can literally just memorize them and burn the paper.
Yeah, Patrick would actually just do that. He will memorize the coordinates and he'll burn the paper.
What's your...
My wits resolve. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice.
No, you just your resolve. Okay, you can memorize it. Now, well, not really sure of the ethical implications of having a abomination or two buried somewhere, because you shouldn't specify how many. But yeah, couldn't be too many because you killed most of them.
Did kill most of them.
500 abominations.
But yeah,
We'll just keep them buried for now. If we end up not needing them, then we'll destroy them. If not, well, they're gonna get destroyed anyways when we use them.
can give me an intelligence resolve or intelligence politics, whichever you prefer.
Politics, intelligence, alright. 3 successes.
Yeah, you're not exactly sure how your friends in the SI will take this.
Yeah, I imagine they wouldn't be too happy about this, but when backup arrives, we can talk with them about it. Otherwise, until then, we'll just keep these guys a bit.
It's not about keeping them, it's more about keeping the secret as well. But yeah, no, up to you, however you think they will manage the situation. But yeah, well, backup shouldn't be too far away. But yeah, not sure if there's anything else anyone wants to do.
What can I do right now?
Literally the end
Die.
of the session, so unless there's like a conversation or scene you want to have with them.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's anyone in there I need to talk to right now.
I'll take the silence from everyone else as a no. Hey, this is a good place to end.
Yeah, I don't have anything more to do.